going on, G's? Coach Davis back with another video, and I feel like this video right here is mandatory for anybody. You know, I'm sure like most people are, they having a hard time with coming up with an analogy of, you know, these wet dreams. You know, you get wet dreams and you feel bad about them. You in your head about thinking that you probably relapse. It's people relapsing after they do have a wet dream. So let me give you an analogy. Facts though. This ain't no made up ish. I don't do that. Everything I talk is straight facts. That's it. I don't talk nothing else but that. So now listen. And if you disagree, you're not even supposed to be here. But now, wet dreams, right? First of all, we got prostate fluid. And your prostate fluid has to go through a cycle of refreshing itself and filtering all the bull out. Because think about it like this, right? You don't want to let no semen out, nothing, because you want semen retention. Well, let me tell you something, bro. That probably automatically make you feel better about wet dreams. You're supposed to have wet dreams. So all of these spiritual motherfuckers that keep telling you all of this bullshit about worrying about the succubus and you doing this and you doing that, nah, fuck all that. Let me tell you the real. If you was to not let no semen out, absolutely nothing, because of course, in a wet dream, some semen is in there. We know that. It's not just prostate fluid, but I know from my personal experience, every wet dream that I've ever had, it felt like I was taking a piss the way it was coming out my piece, no homo. And I know a lot of G's that pay attention to their body know what I'm talking about and can relate to that. So now, if, like I said, if your body was to not release nothing, because you so thirsty to just stay on retention, hard body, you see anything, you tight. That's how I first was at first until I did my homework, right? And on top of that, the stuff I say, I'm very smart, very intelligent. I know how to read between the lines. I know how to put pieces together in order to form the puzzle. If you don't know how to do that and you think you could take my word of mouth and go type it in on Google, you stupid motherfucker. Anybody that try to discredit me for saying what I'm saying because you can't find it on Google. Like, first of all, you know Google is a regular building just like them big buildings downtown in Manhattan full of lame ass motherfuckers that be, them motherfuckers work for Google and they go home and they Google searching ass and titties. And these are the people that you depending on for messages. Like, Google ain't got the answers that you looking for. You better start learning how to look for these underground channels with motherfuckers like me that know the facts and is gonna tell you the real. And it's up to you to take it or leave it. It's, you know, it's not my responsibility to give a fuck about how you feel about what I say. I'm grown, you grown. If you disagree, sayonara, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Now, anyway, if your body was to not release nothing, imagine 10 years of nothing coming out of your piece. You gonna feel good, right? You on retention, you doing your thing, you feel like the man and shit, right? Until it's time for you to have a baby. It's time for you to have a baby. Yeah, you see where I'm going with this, right? If you don't, let me break it down for you. It's time for you to bust in your wife. After 10 years of holding it down, you feel like the man. You did 10 years of straight semen retention, no ejaculation, no nothing came out of you, nigga, nothing. So all of that nasty ass prostate fluid mixed in with bad semen and good. What you think would happen to your kids? Do you think it would probably even be possible to have kids? Don't you think your wife would never want to swallow that? You, first of all, even if she did, you wouldn't even want her to, because that is disgusting, that's horrible. And you might give her a disease or something fucked up. For anybody that's wondering about the whole, you know, getting prostate cancer on semen retention, that's probably how you get prostate cancer, from having backed up prostate fluid in your body. See, a lot of us, like me, I'm not used to having no wet dreams. I never was having no wet dreams. Why? Because I never had no backed up prostate fluid, because I was always releasing. I never had a wet dream in my life until I started semen retention. That's because now I'm not letting nothing out. The prostate fluid is in your semen when you bust off. That's why if you never had no wet dream until you got on semen retention, that's because you was letting out prostate fluid all of them times you was busting. So your body never had to do what it had to do to let it out for you. You feel me? You was already doing it. Now, since you're not letting nothing out, your body has to go through that cycle. Just like when you eat food, you want to, you eat, let's say you one of them people like I was in the beginning trying to gain weight. You eat something and it's 1,000 calories. You like, yeah, I'm about to get my calories. Then 2-3 hours later, you got to take a diarrhea. Now you tight. But why would you want to keep all of that nasty ass stuff in your body? You will not survive. That's why your body has to get rid of it. Right? So you got to look at wet dreams like that. Like whether you like it or not, bro, your body has to get rid of that, because guess what? Without wet dreams, yeah, I'm about to tell you some real shit. Without wet dreams, semen retention would not exist. Like I'm talking about the monk mode semen retention, where G's like me, I'm not fornicating, I'm going cold turkey, not busting no nut. Guess what? If wet dreams wasn't real, we would have to let off in a cycle. We would have to get rid of that prostate fluid, or else we would be very messed up inside. You feel me? And our semen will be all this. It will be disgusting. That's how whenever I decide to bust off in my future wife to have my next child, you feel me? I don't have to worry about nothing. I could just, whenever I need to bust a nut, I could just bust one, because my body is already doing what it had to do to get rid of all of the bad fluid that I don't need, my prostate fluid, so I'm good bread. I could reabsorb all that's in there, because it's good money. I don't got to worry about doing nothing but continuing to just retain and not beat off to no porn and not fornicate, and I'm good money. My body is going to do what it's going to do when it's time, and I can't do nothing about it. That's why a lot of y'all be like, damn, a lot of these dreams, it's so hard to even the ones I got away with trying to fight it and all that, probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. Like that fight is crazy, trying to not let off in a dream, versus when you do have dreams and it just take place and you can't do nothing about it, because there was no foreplay leading up to that. Like it's some dreams where it just kick right off, boom, you in the middle of doing it already. You like, yo, what the, you feel me? Or you might wake up nocturnal emission. You don't even remember the dream you had. You just wake up in instead. Like, don't feel bad. Your body has to go through that process in order for you to, you feel me? Y'all get the message, you feel me? And if you don't, replay this message every time you feel bad about a wet dream. Your body has to go through that. That is not no relapse. That don't got nothing to do with no spirituality or none of that extra shit. You feel me? Coach Davis out. Salute.